So let's go ahead and get started with our next one. Today our focus is going to be negative exponents. All right. So some of the vocabulary is going to be just repetitive. It'll be the word base and the word exponent. So just quick reminder, base. Base is the number that's touching the ground, so that's the number being multiplied. So 5 would be an example of a base. Exponent is a number that goes up here, so that would be 3. So 5 is your base. Exponent would be your 3. So just a quick little brief reminder. All right, so let's go ahead and look at negative exponents. All right, so we have example of 6 to the negative 3 power. If we think about that, we can't write that. We don't write that as 6 times 6 times 6 times 6 with a negative. All right, we're gonna use a little saying. We're gonna use the following saying. We're gonna say if it's negative upstairs, we're gonna send it downstairs. All right, you might not need to write that down, but that's just kind of a healthy saying for us. So what that basically means is this. If I have a negative like this upstairs in my exponent, I'm going to send it downstairs, and basically I'm going to end up writing a fraction because of it. So I'm going to take this 6 to the negative 3. I'm going to write it down here now. All right, I'm going to put a line just like that, okay? Because right now if I wanted to write 6 to the negative 3 as a fraction, I'd put a 1 down here. Okay, and we're going to use this saying, negative upstairs, send it downstairs. So when there's a negative up there, I'm going to take it and I'm going to send it downstairs. Notice I'm going to draw my line here. And now that 1 is going to come upstairs, so that 1's going to be up here. Okay, and that 6 to the negative 3rd is going to come down here. However, when I move it downstairs, I just don't write 6 to the negative 3rd. This is going to allow me to get rid of that negative 3 and make it a positive 3. All right? So now I really have 1 over 6 to the 3rd power. So really what negative exponents means, it means it's a fraction. Okay? So if I have 1 over 6 to the 3rd power, if I break that down further, I'm going to have 1 over 6 to the 3rd, which is equal to 6 times 6. And if I break that down even further, 6 to the 3rd, or 6 times 6 times 6, gives me an answer of 216. So I end up with a final answer of 1 over 216. So please note, negative exponents equals a fraction, not a negative number. Okay? So let me go ahead and show you another one. Oh, we're going to focus there real quick. All right, let's show you with this one right here. We're going to have 4 to the negative 5th power. So I'm going to write that over 1 all the time. I'm going to, since this is upstairs, since it's negative upstairs, I'm going to send it downstairs. So I'm going to write that as a positive exponent underneath the bar line. I'm going to put a 1 up above. So now I have 1 over 4 to the 5th power. All right. Again, I could factor these out. I could expand it and find out the evaluation on it, but I'm not going to. So let me go ahead and show you with a variable, algebra one. I have a to the negative 4th power. We're going to send that thing downstairs. We're going to draw that line. We're going to put up a 1 above it. We're going to make that, change that exponent from, notice how the base stays the same as a. That negative 4 now changes to a positive 4. So if I think about this, if I expand this out, I would have 1 over a times a times a times a. All right. Please note this is the simplified answer. This is the expanded answer. So I've expanded a to the 4th. All right.